Did you notice it was a little warmer this morning than it has been of late? The hard freezes are over, at least for now. We'll look at temperatures tonight above freezing for most locations, mid to upper 30s along the shoreline, right at the freezing mark. Out across the interior, they'll still see some low 30s, but out of the teens, which is where we've been for the interior the last few days. Warmer air and clouds moving up from the south. That'll continue through the night. Again, we'll be much warmer tonight than we have been of late. Still some freezes likely out across the interior, but just below the freezing mark, as I mentioned. And with the increasing cloud cover across the area, we'll look for a chance of showers to spread from south to north here. Pretty light rain for us. Most of the rain will fall to our south into the Bay Area and beyond, as LA got quite a bit of rain again today with daytime highs. More 50s showing up for a change. 51 on Humboldt Bay, as was the airports in McKinleyville and Crescent City. Brookings also at 51. Still cool out in Gasquet and Orleans. 39 out there with Willow Creek at 44. Now we're going to look for some of this cold air to remain trapped in some of the inland valleys. So as the precipitation arrives tonight into tomorrow, it could fall as snow down to about 500 feet in these areas. Gradually through the weekend, though, as that colder air gets scoured out, snow levels will rise back up to about 3,000 feet for the local mountains. And again, most of the moisture coming ashore to our south. We're on the northern edge of this frontal system, so our rainfall amounts will be light and probably won't amount to much. With on-again, off-again showers expected through the weekend. Here comes another wave. Likewise, it's going to pass to our south. El Nino pattern. We've talked about it before. Big rain year for the Southland. Look at L.A. today. Thunderstorms and heavy rain showing up once again. Mudslides a problem due to all the burn areas down there from last fall. So looks like, again, a very productive day rainfall-wise for the Southland. Tapering off to showers into the Bay Area. We'll be just catching some overrunning precipitation out of this energy, which will likely be less than a half of an inch for most locations. Then through the weekend, we'll get another round of precip headed our way. All told, by the beginning of the week, we could see an inch to an inch and a half in some of the wetter locations. Coastal plains and Humboldt Bay, probably about a half of an inch. And as you go north, those rainfall amounts will taper off. As again, we'll see most of the rainfall to our south. Our temperatures are warming, as are the rest of the country. The midsection of the nation up into the teens. They've been single digits for the last few days. Minneapolis still looking at some very cold air. Heavy lake effect snow across the northeast as temperatures warm to above freezing for Seattle and Portland. And for us tonight, we'll look for our overnight lows also above freezing for most locations as 50s finally appear across the state. And again, it looks like upper 30s, mid to upper 30s here along the shoreline, into the mid to low 30s for the interior. Maybe a few upper 20s, but definitely warmer than we have been of late. Daytime highs continue in that upper 40s to low 50s range, with mid to upper 40s expected. Out across the interior, southeasterly winds 10 to 20 knots. Some gusts by tomorrow night up to 25 as rain increases through the day tomorrow. But again, rainfall amounts look to be pretty light. Turning to on-again, off-again showers through the weekend. Another round of precip headed our way by midweek as we return to a classic warm and wet pattern, and that's more better. Right, Manny?
I want to see snow.
You want to see snow? Well, you don't have to go too far. There'll be some out in the mountains here through the weekend as, again, snow levels are going to start out very low tomorrow, rising through the weekend, but still fresh snow in the high country. Mark Bishop of Eureka wins the dust clock from Corky, which means there's going to be $180 in the prize pool coming up tomorrow night. We'll see how that plays out. Come up tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
And now Manny Machado joins us with sports. And Manny, apparently I'm the only person who ever called PE class Phi-Ed. Who's ever heard of it at least?
I thought you were making it up or something.
It's a Midwestern thing.
I had to ask you what you said. I didn't understand it.
It's a Midwestern thing, apparently.
I'm from the Midwest. I never heard of it.
Okay, maybe it's a Wisconsin thing then. At least maybe it's just my high school.
It's a new
You're on your own.
Apparently.
Hey, the Eureka football team, they had their last practice earlier this afternoon on their way to the Bay Area for tomorrow's big championship game against Montgomery. When they return tonight, a coaching legend is set to enter the Softball Hall of Fame, and the CR men's basketball team looks to continue its winning ways. Stay with us. Sports is next.